Hello, my name is Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1973 to listen to the Battle of the Epping Forest by Genesis. Really excited to take a break from And Then There Were Three and, get back into real early Genesis, the Peter Gabriel era. It's been a while, so I'm sure it's going to be quite interesting as always. This song comes from the album Selling England by the Pound, lyrics by Peter Gabriel, music by all five members. It's inspired by a news story about territorial battles between two rival gangs of London in the Epping Forest. So, gonna be a story, gonna be quite a story, I think. And of course, Peter, with his vivid imagination, has created some fictional characters for this song, so let's see what happens. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, as well as the notification bell to join the Retro Reactions community, where it's all amazing music all the time. All right, here we go.
Along the forest road, there's hundreds of cars, luxury cars. Each has got its load of convertible bars, cutlery cars, super scars. But today is the day when they sort it out, 'cause they disagree on a gangland boundary. 'Cause they disagree on a gangland boundary. There's Willie Wright and his boys, one hell of a noise. That's Peter's boys, with fully fashioned bugs. That's Little John's thugs, the Rocky slugs, super slugs. For today is the day when they sort it out. Yes, these Christian soldiers fight to protect the poor. East End heroes got to score in the Battle of Epping Forest. Yes, it's the Battle of Epping Forest, right outside your door. And you ain't seen nothing like it. No, you ain't seen nothing like it, not since the Civil War. Over the hill, the boys are building Johnny's legs stand very still. The thumpers shout, they all start to clout. There's no guns in this gentleman's bout. And Georgie moves in on the outside left, with a train flying round his head. And Harold Demura from our literature nips up the EDS tree. Here comes the cavalry. Amidst the battle roar, accountants keep a score, 10-4. They've never been alone after getting a radio phone. The bluebells are ringing for sweet real Sam, real ham, handing out bread and jam just like any picnic. Picnic. on being right. He made his pile on Derby night. When Billy was a kid, walking the streets, the other kids hid, so they did. And now, after working hard in security trade, he's got it made. The shops that need aid, and those that haven't paid. I'll do my double show quick. Sit me in the brick, fresh out of the nick. So cheap all the day, the minute daily, and the visit I pay. Does it pay? His friend, liquid land by name of wine, women, and Wandsworth Fane said, I'll break in the legs of the bastard that got me frayed. I'll break in the legs of the bastard that got me frayed. Called me the Reverend when I entered the church on stage.
All right. Looks like we're at the Reverend section, which I've kind of read about. Interesting. Really light, upbeat so far. Soft. I didn't expect that. I expected loud, chaotic. I don't know what I expected. It is a war. It's a battle, but really interesting music so far. Really enjoyed the marching type fade in that we got. Very peaceful beginning, with the snare drum and everything going. It had shades of past wars from hundreds of years ago, like their own civil war I read about. And so that was a cool introduction to kind of set the tone for the war, the battle theme of the song. And then when the main music kicked in, we got a really nice, smooth sound with those drums, organ, bass, and guitar. Surprisingly upbeat, it had me moving. Didn't know what to expect, but, it's Genesis. They had me moving, but they're going to probably slow down later on. Anyway, upbeat, very catchy chorus. Short, but very catchy. I remember that. A lot of cool, subtle sounds going on with the guitars and keys. I'm noticing a lot here. There was like a muted guitar effect, I think, on the left side at one point. Quick splashes of keys here and there. Just so much sonic variety. Many treats for the ears. And of course, that's why I love Genesis. Yeah, so much great, smooth, expressive work by Tony, as always. His synths always take me on little side journeys, whether they're, a few seconds or a while. I just love it all by him. Of course, Peter Gabriel's voice sounds great here. I definitely love the different accents that he's using to portray the different characters. So creative. He's a great storyteller to begin with, but when he does that, just makes it more, that much more exciting. So love him for that. And now things appear to be slowing down. We're getting a change up with the Reverend side story, we'll call it. Interesting to hear what that's all about. I think I heard some acoustic guitar come in. Not for sure, but things seem to be going a little slower. So let's go back a little and see what it has to offer.
The boss died at Company Friday. Called me the Reverend when I entered the church unstained. My employers have changed, but the name has remained. All began when I went on a tour, hoping to find some furniture. Followed a sign saying beautiful chest, led to a lady who showed me her best. She was taken by surprise when I quickly closed my eyes. So she rang the bell, and quick as hell Bob the Knob came out on his job to see what the trouble was. Louise, is the Reverend hard to please?
You're telling me?
Perhaps, sir, if it's not too late, we could interest you in our old-fashioned Staffordshire blend. Oh, no, not me. I'm a man of repute. But the devil caught hold of my soul, and a voice called out, "Shoot!" Save my steeple, I visited people for For this I'd gone when I met little John. His name came, I understood, when the judge said, "You are a Robin Hood." He told me of his strange foundation, conceived outside of the word-starved nation. He'd had to hide his reputation. When poor, 'twas salvation from door to door. But now, with a pin-up guru every week, it was love, peace and truth incorporated for all who seek. Employed me as a car mechanic with overall charge. His hands were then fit to receive all. Battle of Epping Forest. Yes, it's the Battle of Epping Forest, right outside your door. We guard your souls for peanuts, and we guard your shops and houses for just a little more. Just a little more. In with the left hook is the Bethnal Green butcher, but he's counted on the right by mixed chain gang fight. And Liquid Len with his smashed bottle men, he's lobbing Bob the knob across the Gorba. With his kisser in a mess, Bob seems under stress, but John's the joke hits Len right in the mouth. And how they knew, who's still not quite sure, as they comes from out of his sling. You come together. Up above the crowd, inside this super cloud, done proud, the bold and brazen brass, see darkly through the glass. The butler's got travel his roads, on it goes, out of the pot, with tea on a silver pot, just like any picnic. Along the forest road, at the end of the day, the clouds roll away. Each has got its load. They'll come out for the count of the breaking of day, when the limos return for their final review. It's all through. All they can see is the morning dew. There's no one left alive. Must be a draw. So the black cat barons toss a coin to settle the score.
Nice ending there, fitting for that kind of a song. I mean, how do you even call this a song? It's like a mini movie, an epic journey, an intense musical painting across this huge canvas, capturing so many things, so many details, so many stories, so many moods, so many sounds. Wow. I definitely love the Reverend section. Great guitar work. It almost sounded like a mandolin, but I don't see that in their personnel list. It was probably, the 12-string guitar. Great guitar chords and arpeggios going on there. Some really nice falsetto as well by Peter. Really appreciate when he does that. He's got a lot of versatility in his voice for sure. That whole section was super soft. Everything, the music, especially the vocals. It's hard to describe, but his vocals seem very soft here throughout the whole song, which I loved, of course. The whole thing felt very light and comical in that section. And I have a feeling there's a comical nature to the lyrics in that Reverend section, so we'll try to find that out in a bit. Anyway, the whole thing felt like, a movie in one song, a mini movie, I call it, with lots of little chapters. And Genesis are always experts at doing that, even in their later stuff, but more so in this beginning stuff from something like Fountain or this song or Supper is Ready, just so many, you know what I'm talking about. I also heard shades of Firth of Fifth in this one, probably due to all the synth work going on, similar at a few points, just a bit. And makes sense because that song is just 2 songs before this one, so it will be really interesting to hear this whole album in its entirety, straight through. I'm sure some of you have suggested that, and I'm sure it'll make much more sense hearing it that way. Towards the end, we got some great synth work. I think there was some staccato, was it organ notes, just quick notes, doing their own little rhythm pattern, and then some synth melodies behind it. Really enjoyed that. Always so much musical variety in their stuff, whether it's this era, later, or even later. Wow. And of course, for this type of a song, we have to have a big, epic, climactic finale, and we did with all that great guitar work going on. I'm not sure what they were doing, but it was on both sides, and it sounded really cool. And then, boom, we're out of there. The story's over. Wow. Really creative, really original, very, very Genesis. And of course, a lot going on here. Here's my best interpretation of the lyrics. Of course, it's telling the story of an epic battle in the Epping Forest between 2 rival gangs over territory borders. An unsavory cast of characters are revealed, all coming to partake in this battle. They are out for blood and revenge. And then a great deal of the lyrics seem to be devoted to the Reverend. I had read that he tried to mediate in the war. I can't really see how he's doing that other than, them describing him going door to door and preaching peace before this battle occurred. So is that what really happened? It was hard to decipher that on quick read, so let me know if that's what happened, if they were kind of doing a flashback with the Reverend. Then we move on, and physical descriptions of the violence in the battle are then given. Very intense there. In the end, everyone dies, and the 2 leaders simply flip a coin to see who wins the battle. That one action sums up the pointlessness of war perfectly. Yeah, so really great Genesis song. So much to take in, so much to enjoy. Such a grand story, as they can do so expertly. Of course, I like others a little more than this one, but this one's right up there. I'm going to give it 5 golden records. Yes, an A/A+ for the Battle of the Epping Forest by Genesis, 1973. Thank you so much, Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins, Tony Banks, Mike Rutherford, and Steve Hackett. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat about this song or anything Genesis. I would love to know your interpretations of the lyrics. Let me know if I got something wrong there, or if you have a different interpretation, or just what you think of the music in general. Anyway, so you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.